Okay, to begin, I'll be using this 3mm crochet hook, and today I'm using this number 3 baby yarn. You can also use any DK weight yarn. Now, it's the same yarn that I used to make the little vest or the little sweater. So here to begin, I have 8 chains. Into the second chain from the hook, I'm going to make a single crochet. Here, what we're going to do is the brim. Now, into the next chain, you're going to do the same thing, and into each one of the chains, you're just going to make single crochets like this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 single crochets, turn, and chain 1. Now here what we're going to do is we're going to make single crochets, but we're only going to go through the back loop. So beginning into this first single crochet, insert your hook through the back loop and make your first single crochet. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now turn, chain 1, and repeat the same thing. Through the back loop of the first single crochet, make your first single crochet and continue doing the same thing. Now, I'm not exactly sure how many rows I'm going to do. This is going to be the brim, like I said, but continue watching and I'll let you know how many rows I have done. So I'll see you at the end of that row. Okay, I finished making my brim. I did a total of 78 rows, and this here is measuring about 34 centimeters, which is about 13.5 inches. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to join both ends, and to do this, we're just going to insert our hook here into this first stitch and grab this loop. Bring it through the front, chain 1, and into this same stitch here, insert your hook, and through the first single crochet in the back, grab a loop and make a slip stitch. Now insert your hook into the next stitch and into the second single crochet here in the back, grab a loop and make a slip stitch. This is how we're going to join, so continue and I'll meet you once this part here is done. Okay, I finished joining both ends and this is what it looks like. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make half double crochets here along the edge. So to do this, we're going to chain 1 here, and to make our first half double crochet, we're going to go here into this first row. For each one of the rows, we're going to do 1 half double crochet. Then into the third row, we're going to do 2 half double crochets. So we're going to increase here. So yarn over, insert your hook into this first row right here, grab a loop, 3 loops on the hook, close. Here's the first half double crochet. Into the next row, right along the very edge, insert your hook, grab a loop and make your next half double crochet. Yarn over again and into the next row right here, make 2 half double crochets. So every 3 rows we're going to increase. So we're going to make 2 half double crochets. Now again, into the next row, make 1 half double crochet, into the next 1 half double crochet, and into the next, which is the third row, make 2 half double crochets, 1 and 2. This is all I'm going to do for this part here, so continue and I'll meet you here at the end. Okay, I'm here at the end of this row of half double crochets. Now up to here I have a total of 104 half double crochets. Make sure that you finish with an increase here. So now to finish, we're going to go here to the side where I have the chain and join with a slip stitch. Now I've cut my yarn, so I'm just going to pass my yarn through this. Now what I'm going to do is insert your hook into the same stitch where we did the slip stitch. If you're not changing color, then all you have to do is just chain 1. Now grab this loop with this pink color. This is the same yarn that I used to make the little jacket or the little vest. So just chain 1 here. Now we're going to skip 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th half double crochet, which is this one here, we're going to make a front post double crochet. Now in between these two half double crochets right there, you're going to make a fan. Your fan is going to consist of 2 double crochets, 2 chains, 2 double crochets. Now into the next half double crochet, which is this one here, make a front post double crochet. And here's the first fan. Again, skip 3 half double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and into this 4th half double crochet, work a front post double crochet in between these two. This is where we did the front post double crochet, and then we have the next half double crochet. So right in the middle, you're going to insert your hook and make your fan. 2 double crochets, 2 chains, 2 double crochets, and then a front post double crochet into the next half double crochet, like this. Again, skip 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th, make a front post double crochet right in the middle between these two, make your fan, and then a front post double crochet into the next half double crochet. Again, skip 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th half double crochet, work a front post double crochet right in the middle between these two, work a fan, and then a front post double crochet into the next half double crochet. And this is all we're going to do for this first row to our pattern stitch. So continue, and I'll meet you here at the end of this row. I'm here at the end of this first row to our pattern stitch. This is where we did these fans. Now to finish here, I only have 4 stitches left. 1, 2, 3, 4 half double crochets. Now what I'm going to do is, to make this last fan, I'm going to skip 1, 2, and into the 3rd and 4th is where I'm going to do this last fan. So work a front post double crochet here, and inside work your fan. Now and into this last half double crochet, work your front post double crochet. And now I have 21 fans. Now you can easily adjust this hat to make it for any size. You can just do the same thing I did here. I adjusted my stitches here at the end. Now to finish here, we're just going to join to the side of this chain and make a slip stitch. Now for the second row, we're going to make 3 slip stitches. 1, 2, 3. So your first slip stitch is into the first double crochet, slip stitch into the second, inside the chain 2 space, a slip stitch again. Now chain 4, and inside this space here, make a double crochet. In this row, what we're going to do are V stitches. So into the next fan, work a double crochet, 2 chains, double crochet. Jump to the next one and do another V stitch. These are the 2 rows that we're going to repeat from here on. So continue and finish this row of V stitches, and I'll meet you here at the end. Okay, I'm here at the end of this second row. This is where we did V stitches, and I have a total of 21 V stitches. Now to finish, we're going to pinch here the second chain, 1, 2, 3, or actually the 3rd chain, or you can just go inside here and join with a slip stitch. I think I'm going to pinch the 3rd chain. Now this is how I finished this second row. Now in the 3rd row, we're going to repeat this row of fans. So you're going to chain 1, and here right there into these 3 chains, work a front post double crochet. Inside this chain 1 space, make your fan, 2 double crochets, 2 chains, 2 double crochets, and then a front post double crochet into this next double crochet. Now for each one of the V stitches, you're going to do the following. You're going to work a front post double crochet into this first double crochet of this V stitch. Inside the chain 2 space, you're going to make your fan, and then a front post double crochet. This is all we're going to do for each one of the V stitches. So continue, and I'll meet you here at the end. I'm here at the end of this third row. This is where we did these fans. Now from here on, these are the 2 rows that we're going to repeat. This row of V-stitch and the row of fans. Now to finish this row, all you're going to do is just go here to the side where we have the chain and join with a slip stitch. Now to make your next row, which is the V-stitch row, you're going to make 3 slip stitches. So make a slip stitch on top of the next double crochet, a slip stitch into the next, and a slip stitch inside the chain 2 space. Now once here, chain 4, and into this same space make a double crochet. Now inside each one of the fans, you're going to make your V-stitch. Remember that your V-stitch consists of a double crochet, 2 chains, double crochet. Jump to the next one and do the same thing, another V-stitch. This is all I'm going to do for this third row, which is the V-stitch row. Once I'm done, I'm just going to join here to the side, or just insert your hook here and join with a slip stitch, then chain 1 and repeat this row of fans. These are the 2 rows that you're going to repeat from here on. I'm not exactly sure how many rows I'm going to do, but continue watching and you'll see how many rows I'm going to do exactly. So I'll see you at the end of that row. Okay, I'm here at the end of the 7th row. So in total, I have done 7 rows. We have 2, 4, 6, 7 rows. Now, my last row here is the row of fans. So in the next row, the row of V-stitches, we're going to start to reduce the crown of the hat. So right now, as it is, let me measure it for you. It's measuring about almost 5 inches, which is about 12 centimeters. Now, like I said, what we're going to do next is the V-stitch row. So I'm inside this first fan. Now chain 3, make a double crochet. Jump to the next fan and do 2 double crochets. So this is where we're going to change the V-stitches. We're not going to make any chains in between. So all you're going to do is just 2 double crochets. Continue like this and I'll meet you at the end of this 8th row. I'm here at the end of this 8th row. This is where we did these 2 double crochets inside each one of these fans. Now, here to finish, just go here to the side and join with a slip stitch. So now for the 9th row, we're going to chain 1, and right here where we have these chains, we're going to work our first front post double crochet. Now, in the middle between these 2 stitches, I'm going to make a double crochet, 1 chain, double crochet. So here we're going to change this stitch, and now a front post double crochet. Again into the next, a front post double crochet in the middle, double crochet, 1 chain, double crochet, and then a front post double crochet. This is all we're going to do for this row, so continue and I'll meet you at the end. I'm here at the end of this 9th row. Now to finish, just go here to the side where we have the chain and join with a slip stitch. Now for the 10th row, we're going to make 2 slip stitches. So make a slip stitch on top of the first double crochet and a slip stitch inside the chain 1 space. Now here, chain 2, and inside each one of these fans, or the chain 1 space of each one, you're going to do a double crochet. This is all we're going to do here for this row. So continue, work 1 double crochet inside each one of the fans, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. I'm here at the end of this 10th row. This is where we did 1 double crochet inside each one of the fans. Now here to finish, just go here to the side or pinch the 2nd chain and join with a slip stitch. And this is how I finish this row. Now chain 2, and into the next double crochet, insert your hook, grab a loop, take 2 loops off, yarn over, insert your hook into the next, take 2 loops off, 3 loops on the hook, close. Again, repeat the same thing into the next 2 stitches. And this is all I'm going to do for this last row. So continue and I'll meet you at the end of this row. Okay, I'm here at the end. To finish up, I'm just going to go on top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch. And this part here is done. Now I'm going to pull this loop here, and then I'm going to tie a little knot here. I've already cut my yarn. We're going to pass our yarn through this needle like this, and then we're going to weave this yarn around this last row. So on each one of the stitches, you're just going to insert your needle through. Now insert this yarn through this little hole, and we're going to turn this like this. Now pull your yarn so that this little hole closes. Perfect. Now with this little loop that we did, we're just going to tie it here. And this part here is done. Now let me show it to you. This is what it looks like. It's so cute. Look at that. And it's done. A little beret hat or a little hat is done to match the little vest or the little jacket. And that's what it looks like. So I think I'm going to go ahead and add a pompon. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll come back and show you the finished hat. Okay, so here's my finished baby hat. This is what it looks like. I went ahead and added the little pompon. So now we have a matching hat to go with the little sweater. This one here that I just showed you. Now you can make it into a vest or a little sweater and a matching little hat. Okay, so this has been today's tutorial. I hope you like it. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.